We're on Chullin Perek Gimel Mishnah Bet. We're continuing to talk about treifot and ksherot, about wounds that are not fatal or not fatal in an animal. I want to point out this is a Mishnah class. We're not learning the anatomy of the animals. It's really, really important to point that out. We do the best that we can, and at the same time, just to get an understanding of the terms that the Mishnah uses. But obviously, these are very, very, very complicated halachot that had serious implications for Jews throughout all the generations because they would check the animals. Slaughtering an animal is extremely expensive, and they would have to know exactly what's a kshera and what's a treifah. Says the Mishnah, Elu ksherot b'behema. These are the following injuries that are ksherot, that are not fatal, and therefore, if an animal is slaughtered and found with these deficiencies, the animal is kosher. Nikva hargar geret or shenistikat. The windpipe was pierced, okay, but it was not, or nisdika, or it was sedek. It was sliced, cut lengthwise. Ad kama tachsar. How much can be missing and it's still okay? Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel Omer ad ki isar hayitalpi, up to the size of an Italian isar. So the size of a coin, that's how much it can be missing. If it's more than that, then it's a treifah. Okay? If it's more than a shiur isar. Okay? Or nistika, it's sliced lengthwise. Nifchata hagugolet. Okay? If the skull is crushed, nifchata, velo nikav kushaloa. But the membrane of the brain was not pierced. Or nikava lev lo lebeit chalalo. If the heart was pierced, but not to its inner chamber. Nishbara hashidra. If the spine was broken, velo nifsak achut but the spinal cord was not severed. Nitlah hakaved, the liver was removed. But a kazayit remained. Hamseis ubeitokoso. Those are parts of the stomach. Shenikvu zeletoch zeh. Okay, that were pierced one inside the other. Let's make sure I got that right. If the omasum of the third stomach was pierced at their juncture, okay, at their where they met, vitala tchol, if the spleen was removed, nidlo aklayot, or the kidneys were removed. I don't know. Nowadays we probably think that was a fatal wound. Nital lechi atachton, if it lost its the bottom lechi, cheek. Okay, nital ha'em shalaf, it lost its womb. V'charuta bidei shamayim. Look at that Barduner verse. Charuta means, okay, shetzamka harei ashala v'yafsha. Okay, if its lung shriveled up and dried up, mina shamayim bidei shamayim, because of like through sickness, bidei shamayim by itself, and then they have the Barduner list this whole way for them to test how if the lung was shriveled automatically or not. Hagluda means it was lost its skin. It was shot. It was skinned. Except mostly skinned, and it lost a little bit of it. It maintains a little bit of skin. Rabbi Meir machshir. Chachamim says it's kosher. The Chachamim say it's pasul. Obviously, when you're a shechita, you need to know your animal anatomy extremely, extremely well to make sure, because an animal is very, very expensive, and if you slaughter it and it's not kosher, you have to sell it off as non-kosher meat, etc. If it's a treifah. Okay, so therefore, you have to have extremely knowledgeable poskim to know not the Mishnah, but obviously the ins and outs, the nuance of all these halachot. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak. Have a good day.